Welcome to another episode of Storytime with Beastmode.
What's up, guys? My name is Beastmode, and I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone watching this video. And if you find yourself watching this after Christmas Day, which I'm sure most of you will, then I hope your Christmas went well. That Santa gave you all the presents you wanted this year, and overall just enjoyed time with your family and friends. And first off, though, I want to make a quick point about this gameplay. As you can see, I'm using the most try-hard gun in Modern Warfare 3, the Model 1887. For those of you who have actually used this gun, you're probably laughing right now, and I've got to say that this gun is probably the most frustrating thing I've ever done in a Call of Duty game, and I often give myself very weird and peculiar goals, guys. I like to challenge myself, and my most recent one was to get gold camo, and I decided to do that on the 1887, and I can tell you that I have completed that goal finally. And it came along with many frustrations, controller slams, profanity, and a very detailed note sketch that I'm working on of an invention that'll let me like teleport through my TV into the room of other players, and then just like kind of have my way with them. For the way that people choose to play this game. I don't usually agree with it. Enough of that, though. I think you'll find this game pretty solid overall, and to be honest, the KD's not what you'd normally see and expect from me, but for this gun, honestly, the gameplay isn't that bad. It's really hard to do like super good with this gun, and I'd like to issue you guys a challenge to go outside your comfort zone and use some of the guns that nobody uses. Challenge yourself to beat the other players with a non-try-hard gun, and I can honestly say that using the model, it's really going to test your skills, guys. It's really going to test your aim. But it's also really going to baffle you on what Infinity Ward considers a hit marker. And I have damage on this now, so you're not going to see it as much. But I'm telling you, until you get damage at 28, this gun is going to frustrate you beyond imagine. But speaking of Christmas, I got some memories to share with you guys, growing up from my days, that I was reminded of today when I went to church with my family. And obviously, being in college, Christmas break is a time where everyone kind of comes home and you see a lot of your old friends that you haven't seen in a while. And today I ran into a few old buddies at church, and we just reminisced back on our old Three Musketeers days back in church. So basically, growing up, there was me, Zach, and Andrew. And we've known each other since we were all like 2. Zach happens to be my uncle by adoption. He's pretty much my cousin. We're the same age. We're all the same age. And growing up, we kind of stood out in church. You could basically kind of call us troublemakers. And by no means are we bad kids. None of us have ever really done anything. But, we all have nice families. But in the church setting, and with the people who our church was kind of filled with at the time, we really didn't fit in at all. And most of the kids that went to our church were homeschooled, and to be a little honest, they were a bit socially awkward. And I hate to stereotype guys, but they were kind of like that picture-perfect example of a homeschooled kid with like a strong religious background that's pretty much oblivious to like any normal social thing and just like an outside perspective, Well, here was me, Andrew, and Zach. We all went to public schools, all different schools, but we were all pretty popular in our own respective schools. And, we really, we were a bit more like common sense, street savvy, I would say, and a little bit more prone to just, act how we would in school or with friends while we were in church. Or Sunday school, whatever. And with the crowd we were around, we were instantly labeled as like the troublesome Three Musketeers. It's kind of something we kind of took a liking to. I think eventually we kind of started playing to our role, but we'd always seem to be doing something wrong, something naughty, getting in trouble, or like breaking out of our group to try and do something we weren't supposed to do. And I'll just kind of list a couple of examples, kind of starting way back in kindergarten. And this is when we just went to church, and you'd go to a playroom and play with all the other kids and toys while the grown-ups were in service. Well, starting then, we claimed a corner of this playroom as our corner. We put all the good toys in that corner, and there was this little playground cube thing that had a slide on it. It was like a jungle gym. Everyone wanted to play on it, and obviously we put it in our corner, and we said, we're kings of the hill. and no one was gonna get into our corner unless they took us out. Well, nobody's gonna take us out, you know. I mean, we pretty much ruled that place, and so we pretty much sat in that room, controlled it, had all the good toys. Everyone else cried. It was a sad day. We were happy. That's back in kindergarten. Well, about 10 years later, and I'm just like kind of going off my memory, guys. There's so many things that happened. But about 10 years later, in that very room, and this is why I remember it. This is probably around 8th grade or something. We snuck away from our Bible study class that we were supposed to be in, and we took some balls out of this closet, and we decided to go to this playroom to play dodgeball. There's just 3 of us, and this room is not big at all, guys, and it's not supposed to be a dodge. There's a lot of stuff in there, and we kind of figured that out when Zach, like, he got pissed and just wailed a ball at my face. I dodged it, and it broke right through a window. And that was quite a few extra $100 for the church and expenses that month. But right around that same time, we went to a carnival fair, you know, one of those type deals, and we bought a whole bunch of stink bomb pouches that you can inflate like a balloon until they pop, you know, and then they just smell terrible. And I can't explain. It's like a grandma's dirty diaper, like in a nursing home that hasn't been changed in a couple of weeks. So there's like multiple sets of poop all like rotting at a different stage of decay. You know, it's just gross. I don't even want to get into that. But of course, we thought the best place to put this is in the bathroom because that's the most natural place. Like, people won't suspect we did anything then. Like, obviously, you're not going to put it like in a sanctuary. I don't know why we didn't do that, but we put them in all the bathrooms in the church, and then we just sat outside and we'd watch people walk in, walk out, and to the point once they like really got going where people would just walk by the bathroom like 10 feet outside of it, and you just see their face like kind of like twinge up like something sour was in their mouth. And we got the biggest kick out of that, and I'm still laughing at it today. It's hilarious, and it was even funnier because we came back like 2 weeks later and went into the bathrooms and noticed that they had bought electronic air fresheners and put them in all the bathrooms, and to us that was just like crazy that we made the church actually go buy air fresheners because we made it stink so bad. But overall, guys, we really caused a lot of problems for the people in our church. We'd skip out on classes, we'd disappear, we'd go to a gas station, a fast food place, come back with food we weren't supposed to have. Zach had this weird tendency to pull down our pants while we were praying, so people would open their eyes after they were done, and we didn't have pants on, and just I could make a whole series out of this, guys, because there's so much stuff. There's so many good things I missed out on, I could tell you, but it's just nice to come back and reminisce with old friends, you know, and I don't want this to get too heartfelt now, but it's just been nice to come back home and visit with old friends, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you're having a Merry Christmas. My name is Beastmode. Like, favorite, all that good stuff, guys, and peace out.
This is I10Go Beast, and I just want to tell all you noobs out there that I'm coming after you with my 18-inch. Model 1887, that is. So you better watch it, because I'm coming.